a FYI, guys, it looks like we'll probably just run a couple minutes over. So please just stick with us as we wrap this up. But before we do, Rafin is going to send us out on a bang. So I'm going to hand it over to you very quickly before we wrap up. So over to you, Rafin.
Thanks, Max. I hope you can hear me and my screen is visible.
Can hear you perfectly, and I can see your login screen as well.
Okay, it should be the deck now.
Yes, got it.
Perfect. So I'll just quickly go through a couple of slides, give you context. Who am I? Started off as a strategy consultant, moved into business roles, then worked in product, and now no-code builder. Some of the firms I've worked with across continents, but we'll skip on that. I wanted to just bring up a little bit context. This is from a recent presentation that was presented at the No-Code conference. The spend on enterprise software is many, many times more than what it is on consumer apps. So what you see in the App Store is the tip of the iceberg. Enterprise software is where a lot of money is spent. And most of this is spent on custom software, which takes infinitely long amount of time to build. The starting price is immense. That creates a very, very clear opportunity for no code to come in. In a similar vein, I wanted to introduce my target audience. I want you to meet Roy. Roy is a professional investment advisor who helps his clients manage their money. He's successfully managed to attract many of his friends and colleagues who trust him with their financial future. However, with the current market volatility, prices going up, stock prices going down every day, clients want to know the value of their investments daily. This is a problem because as a small business, Roy had to devote most of his time reporting on the existing customer portfolio, and that hurts Roy's business growth. So if you spend time just reporting what people have till date, you never get to the point where you can sell to more people. Then Roy discovered MoneyPenney. MoneyPenney is the solution that I will be presenting, where each of Roy's clients has a personalized app which reflects their portfolio performance updated as of today. He's able to also monitor each of his clients' portfolios and manage his business more effectively. So to power an enterprise, a small enterprise without the budget to actually build a $50,000 custom solution is the goal that I am intending to conquer through no code. Enter Project MoneyPenney. So Project MoneyPenney is a tool which takes the financial transaction data and then molds it into an interface which is usable by both customers to track their own portfolios and for investment advisors to track their customers' portfolios and their business on aggregate. I will jump over to the demo quickly here. So I've built this on a set of tools. The front end is on something called VWeb. The back end is on Xano. This absorbs all of the customer transactions data, which is a raw file. It's unstructured data, converts it into structured data, and then the magic is there on the front end for each of our clients to see. So you will notice here that this is a web app where a registered investment advisor can check how much money they have under management as of today, how much was the principal that was invested with them, how much they've been able to grow that money over time, the absolute return, and the XIRR is something that I'm working on. Over a period of time, how has their portfolio grown in terms of its value as of date, and how much was the growth in the principal invested each month. Once they've seen the overall dashboard, they can go down into investor details. For all of the investor they manage, they can get a high-level summary of what they were invested, how much amount they invested, what is the current value, what's the net gain or loss, and the change in that amount. Subsequently, if they choose to double click on a specific investor if they want to have that investor conversation and they want to make a educated decision on whether they need to do something about that specific investor. You can go into the investor dashboard. For that specific investor, you can see how much money they invested, what's the return on their total assets. You can check that by specific assets. So how much did somebody invest in a scheme 1 versus a scheme 2? What was the amount purchased? What's the current amount you see on the first one? They invested something, but it's only returned a 6% on that amount, while the lower investment is doing good. So we can go into the transactions history. We have to check why this one is not performing. If we go into that depth, you will notice that the transactions, this one just happened very recently. So it's actually something that's yielded 6% in the matter of a week. So the investor can be informed by the advisor that their investments are doing good and they need not worry. This is a high-level summary of how the investor level discussions happen. Additionally, advisors are keen to know how the recent transactions are doing. So for all of their investors, what has been the recent trend? So are people selling more recently? Are people buying more recently? For every transaction, you can get a log, which can be sorted by date, and you can get a sense of where the market's moving for the portfolio that you have under your management. What I would also like to highlight is that this is a white label app, which means that if I were to log off, I'll just give a second. If I were to log off and log in with a set of credentials, you will notice a little bit of change right up top where the logo is personalized for the company that is logged in, and each of their investor details is personalized as well. Additionally, if you've spotted a bug, you can contact us. You can tell us about the bug. We are a newish company, and we would love for our clients and users to tell us where we may not be doing so well. So the bug tracker is incorporated into the app. You can start, you can tell us about yourself. You can tell us where you saw the problem. You can describe the problem, and eventually, just the logging will happen, and we will get to the customer in due course of time.
Rafin, just to say, we've just hit the hour, so yeah, I think it would be awesome if you could just kind of wrap up soonish, if possible, so we can close out the session. But yeah, I don't want to kind of cut you off too much, but yeah, I just want to give you that.
Definitely. So if you were wondering that this is a web app, if this were to be used on the mobile, VWeb also optimizes this for the mobile use. So the distributor can use the same app in their mobile device, and it will show the same information optimized for a mobile form format. The white label customer app is also similar. It's a subset of the app. The investor home and investor login that we saw is what the investor themselves will see if they were to use this as a app for themselves. So this is the same feature set. It's just limited for the investor to see only their portfolio. Yeah, that's it from my side.
Thanks so much, Rafin. Really appreciate that. And if there's a little bit at the end of that demo that we didn't get to see, we can record. Well, we've actually already got your Loom, but we can record something else and we can share that with the folks in the newsletter at the end of this week. So thanks so much, Rafin.